Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. We back at it with our regular podcast format. We've been gone for a little bit. If you guys haven't been watching our live streams, we've been gone for a little bit, but we are back today. We're going to be getting into some NBA stuff as usual because it's NBA playoffs, and we can't start without me introducing my co-host.
What's up, everybody? It's Max. I'm glad to be here with you. I'm really glad we didn't do this Thursday. Would have been a really sad hour and a half.
Oh, my God. So, look, we got a lot to talk about, Max. We're going to be talking about game ones that have already happened. We're going to be talking about a game 7 that we just finished watching for the Clippers and Mavericks. We're going to be previewing the Western Conference for the semifinals.
We're going to talk about a game 6 that was
and we're going to get into some losers.
Do you notice what I did before we started the podcast with the decoration?
Yeah, we took almost everything Lakers off. I'm curious to know why you've kept Derek Fisher on here.
Well, I'm going to throw him in just a minute because I'm just nothing against D Fish, but it's just the Lakers, right? So
yeah.
Oh shit.
What are we going to do here?
Man, this goddamn thing.
Max actually fucking threw
fucking.
Well, look, we're gonna be getting into that a little bit later. All right, we'll save that. We'll save you, dog. I'm a Laker fan too, but
I broke it.
I mean,
that show's from Carl's Jr. original, bro. Thank God I got it a second.
Well, at least it wasn't Kobe. All right, it was
No.
You should have picked someone else.
Oh, we should pick Chris Mim. I don't know why they're deep.
All right, well, let's get into it, Max. Dallas and the Los Angeles, not Lakers, but Clippers, game 7. What's your thoughts? The Mavericks wound up losing, guys. If you guys are living under a rock, Clippers wound up pulling it through. But what do you think?
It was really close the first half, and we watched the game go. Luka just ran out of gas. He played 45 minutes. He's been banged up this series. The big question to me is, I keep seeing people say, "Oh, the Clippers righted their sins." It's like you guys just got out of the first fucking round. Like, big deal. Like, you're supposed to take care of business. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to beat this Dallas team.
Right.
So, do you think Dallas lost the series or the Clippers won it? I think Dallas choked it.
It was inexperience. It was inexperience. Part of it was Luka being their best player, and I really do feel like Luka needs to pace himself. He was killing it in the first half, specifically the first quarter. I think he had 18 or 22.
Yeah, he had, let's just say 20 points, right?
Yeah, so he was killing it.
Anyone who looks at this game is going to see 46, 14 assists, 7 rebounds, good shooting percentage, 17 for 30, 5 from 11 for 3.
Yeah, but he died. He didn't
play great. Like, I know he had 46. It was all first half. Second half, he was bad. He had 6 turnovers. There's too many turnovers in a game 7.
With a lot of these championship teams, to be a championship team, you have to depend on those others. The Sasha Vujicic's, the Kenny Smiths, the Robert Horrys. Derek Fisher. R.I.P. Derek Fisher from the table. But, yeah, it's the others. And, unfortunately, Luka does not have the others. His company is just not that good.
Who do you think the second leading scorer for the Mavericks is?
It's Boban.
No, it was Dorian Finney-Smith. Like, we talked about that Tim Hardaway had to match Paul George. And for most of the series, he matched him.
Yeah.
But today he was bad. I know he turned his ankle, but he didn't really. He shot 1 for 9 from 3. That's not going to get it done. He had 11 points on 14 shots.
And with Rick Carlisle, as the broadcast said, had a short leash with Brunson.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I know Brunson had a short leash, but I thought Trey Burke was fucking trash. Yeah, Richardson, Brunson, and Burke played less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that was apparent because Boban Marjanovic, the fucking tallest human being, it seems like, in the NBA next to Taco Fall, was playing crunch time minutes. He was literally in the game with 2 minutes to go, and
they
I'm
couldn't score for a long stretch, and they were dumping it to Bobby and letting him like he wasn't terrible. I didn't think he was bad.
No, he wasn't. But that just goes to show you what Dallas is dealing with. Like KP's a problem.
He was bad.
KP didn't show up. I don't think he hit a single three.
No, I mean he had 16 points, but it was like you weren't really. It was like dump offs and dunks, like
And look, that was the difference because Luka and Kawhi washed out each other, essentially.
Luka washed out Kawhi and Paul George this game. You can call that a wash.
Yeah, okay. So the superstars came out. Like Paul George came out to play. In my opinion, I'm really hard on him, but he had a decent game. Okay, he had a double-double. He did what he was supposed to do. Kawhi, Goon, played great defense, came out to play offense. Luka came out to play. But it's the others. Reggie Jackson, Morris, those guys came out. Even
Terrence Mann, what's a game of his freaking. Even Luke Kennard, who got 5 straight DMPs, had 11 off the. Like I told Juan, and there was points in this game where Reggie Jackson was taking bigger shots than Paul George, which is a joke. Like Reggie Jackson hit 2 clutch threes at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, and I was like,
that's it.
If he hits those, bro, you just got to shake his hand and be like, we're gonna lose this game because like those are the shots you're willing to live with, and if he hits them, like you just got to stop.
And that's what wins you playoff series, though. That's what wins, especially championships, but playoff series and big games like this, Game 7, it's really the others who wind up coming out to play. You need that 18 or that 11, that unexpected scoring performance by somebody that's going to pull you over the top because that's what it takes. And the Clippers had that. Props to the Clippers. I hate the Clippers. I still think they're flawed. Most definitely going into the next series, as we'll talk about later towards the podcast. But they did what they had to do. Okay, they won on their home court. They won Game 7. It was a tough series. They were down 0-2. They had a couple breaks with Luka being hurt in one of those games.
They choked in Game 6, the Mavericks. You have to close them out at home.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like if this was any team other than the Clippers, everyone would have picked them to win game 7 after winning Game 6. Like, say this was the Suns and they won Game 6 on the road. They're going to close out at home. Like, no one believed in the Clippers just because they're the Clippers.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Like, this was a good, win. Good, but it's not enough. Like, this isn't.
And to be honest, this, for them winning it does a lot more justice to them the way that they won this series as if they would have won, like, a 6-gamer. Don't you think? Like, it does good to their morale because they were down.
I think it did good for the morale. They were down 0-2.
Yes.
Like if they started off 0-2, then lost 2, and then won, lost 1, I wouldn't mean that much.
Yeah. Like let's put this in perspective. Like let's say they did the typical split at home, 1-1, came back, split over there.
Took care of business in Game 5, then they lose.
They lose Game 6. I mean, they win Game 6.
I would feel different, yeah.
Exactly. You will feel a lot different.
I have a little more confidence in the Clippers. I still want them to lose.
Yeah.
But
like backs against the wall, Luka was on fire.
I just don't think this was kind of a fluke game. Like you can't expect Terrence Mann to get you 13, and you can't expect.
But that's what happens in Game 7.
They shot 46% from 3, and I think the big problem was these are just the shots they're getting is ridiculously good. It's like I know the zone was funky, and I actually liked it. I liked the fact that they started Boban.
Yeah,
but like you kind of just played them to shoot you out of it, and the Clippers shot the shit out of the ball today.
Yeah.
Dallas shot 27% from 3.
And that's the whole point of going to Game 7, and that's where the term comes from, like, anything can happen. Terrence Mann can go off.
Kelly Olynyk, remember, he had like 25 against the Wizards a couple years.
So that's what it's all about.
Honestly, if I'm a Mavericks fan, the way Porzingis played, Tim Hardaway, it would make me sick because they didn't play good enough. I loved how Dorian Finney-Smith played his heart out. Kawhi Leonard just overwhelmed them at times, and then Luka could not overwhelm Kawhi. That's what it came down to.
Yeah.
I think you look back at their whole season, like if you want to do a quick season recap, the trade of Richardson for Curry was bad.
Yeah, they should have kept
I'm
Curry.
a big Josh Richardson guy, but he just declined the last 2 years. He had like that 1 year in Miami, or that first half in Miami. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe we all just were a little too early on him.
Yeah, I agree with you.
This team has a lot of room to grow, Dallas. Like, they're not a great roster. Like, Luka is that LeBron type effect on a team.
It comes down to what the hell are they going to do with KP? Like, is there a trade on the table? I don't even think this guy's tradable at this point. I seen a funny meme. Is KP basically a 7-2 version of Kyle Kuzma?
Where's that bobblehead?
Sorry to bring up some flashbacks of the Lakers. Just
God,
yeah,
dude, he's close. Like, I still would take KP, but the contract I take Kuzma.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, they're both just whack, bro. They're both just unreliable. Is the best way to put it.
Yeah,
and
one
good thing is Kyle Kuzma's not the second best player, who should not be the second fiddle, and Porzingis needs to be the second fiddle. Ever since his knee, man, he ain't been the same.
Yeah, and his attitude's always like hot and cold. It's Luka's team, all right, and Luka needs to learn how to make guys better around him.
I think
because it's like the Luka show.
I think he does that.
I want him to take that to the next level, though.
I think I really don't know how much better Luka can get. Like the worst thing about him is his defense, and I don't see
it's not that bad though.
No, I don't see a future where he becomes lockdown.
Yeah, needs to get in shape, like tip-top shape.
I would say that. I would say you need to get like in amazing shape.
That's the next level.
He ran out of gas.
He needs to learn how to pace himself.
Yeah.
He needs to learn how to control the game. You have to that comes with being a good player. Like, or should I say an elite player, like LeBron, the Kobe's, even Jordan. Like, they pace themselves and they pick their spots on when to turn it on. Like Luka,
there's very few players who can overwhelm a team for a whole game.
Exactly.
And I don't think Luka's there yet. I don't know if Luka ever reached there. That's just, and it's not a knock on them. It's just a reality. It's like
that comes with growth.
Yeah, there's like 5 players in the NBA history who's been able to turn on, or there's very few performances we've seen where a guy dominated a team for 4 straight quarters.
Yeah, and this is good for him. This is experience. I know he's only,
his third year.
He's only played the Clippers in the playoffs, but this is a good experience. Okay, for all those guys. All right.
I mean, what is he? 23 years old, maybe.
Yeah. Shout out to the Mavs. Shout out to the Mavs.
He's turning 23 next year, so he'll be 22 in the season.
Yeah, he has room to grow in a lot of aspects. Okay. But shout out to the Mavs. I was hoping you guys made it, bro.
Lost $50.
I lost 50. It's all right though. We still rolling. But there was another game today before this one. Hawks and Sixers wound up tipping it off. Game 1.
Embiid played. That was the big question.
Yep.
And for 3.5 quarters, it didn't matter that he played. 76ers were getting run off the damn court. I thought this shit was about to be a 40-point blowout at times. What were your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't see the first quarter and a little bit of the second, but when I seen him be playing, I was like, wow, like he's playing all right. The Hawks were getting anything that they wanted though. Like Trae Young, I have been very impressed with Trae Young. He's making me think again about this series. I picked the Sixers to win in 5 or 6 games. I can't remember, excuse me. But he's in it to win it, bro. Like, he's improving. Like, he's a dog. He's learning how to read the double teams and picking his spots right, and he's doing everything just good, bro. Like,
you would think he would struggle considering he's facing Matthias Thybulle, Danny Green, Ben Simmons. He didn't really struggle today. Mm-hmm. He had some dumb turnovers, but
comes with the territory.
I mean, it's like
you have the ball so much.
It's also the best defensive team in basketball, and I mean, honestly, the Hawks probably should have lost this game.
So
I really think they should have lost just at the end. I mean, let's put it like this: they should have won, and then the Sixers made like that late round push, and they should have like won the Sixers. I don't know. I feel like this is weird. I don't know what to say. Like
they look like our junior basketball team that we coach.
Used to coach.
Yeah, used to coach. We always used to teach the kids, like, be prepared for a press. If they press you, we should destroy them. The Hawks did not know what the fuck to do.
They made one play with John Collins, and it probably won them the game. That Kevin Huerter pass to John Collins.
The
Bogdanovich.
Excuse me.
Clutch 3.
That was clutch. That was big time. He made a lot of big time threes in this game.
Ben Simmons is still fucking lost on offense, bro.
When it comes down to the crunch time.
3 for 10 from the line. Ain't going to cut it, buddy.
Yes. Embiid, I like the way Embiid played. I really did. I felt like he picked the spots. But the game winded up becoming a 3-point game. Like, they needed threes. And it was kind of like all right, well, what are you going to do, Embiid? You know what I mean? You can only do so much when you post up.
The 76ers for a lot of the first half looked out of sync. Like, they had a lot of turnovers. Ben Simmons had 5 turnovers. Danny Green had, I think he had 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Tobias didn't really show up today.
Mm-hmm.
I know he had 20, but, most of the game was, it was over. I liked how Seth Curry played. Embiid had 40, basically, and it didn't really feel like that.
Yeah.
Because it was a Hawks game until the end, and it was just the press. It was Thibault getting into it.
Yeah, just that little run. Seth Curry hit a big 3 for them.
Yeah. I don't understand why Ben Simmons doesn't start the game on Trae Young. He started on Bogdanovich, which I thought was puzzling. I'm like, why would Danny Green not just follow him around screens? Ben Simmons
maybe because they're going to switch it regardless, you think?
I don't know. I think you got to stick Seth Curry probably on Solomon Hill because Solomon Hill started. He made 2 threes. He made 1 big 3. I was like, oh my gosh. You got to put Tobias on John Collins, I guess, because you're not really worried about John Collins.
But it comes back a lot of the theme that I'm going to be going with these 2 game ones of the second round. It's game 1. You make adjustments. I don't take much into game 1. I really don't. Because
so you're saying we're overreacting to this game 1?
Just a touch. I'm scared of Trae Young.
I'm scared of Embiid because he banged up his knee again. He tweaked it. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. But he looked fine. He looked all right.
He looked like he relied a lot on the foul line. He had 14 of his 39 from the foul line, which is a good chunk. But I don't know. He didn't look as dominant to me. Maybe that's just because he had a layoff. He had some bad turnovers. Yeah. Ben Simmons is a problem, man. I know we started there and we worked our way back. He had 17, 10, 4 steals. Yeah, that's great on defense. But on offense, what's he do, Juan? Describe it to me.
Literally brings the ball up court, sprints to go hand off the ball to someone, screens. That's literally what he does. That's all he does.
I'm not saying they can't win the series with Ben Simmons, but I just want more from him. I want to see more. I wish – this is stupid. I don't even know why I'm saying I want to see more. It's I just want to see growth in his game. But
it's not going to happen this season.
How has his game grown? He's always been good in transition. He's always been good at attacking the basket. He's a freight train.
Yeah.
But where's the jump shot, man? It's really ridiculous.
It kills him when it's late game. You really it really shows up late game.
And we're really beating a dead horse here. How many more times can we talk about this? I think Philly's just got to as long as Embiid stays okay.
You're still confident in Philly? I'm still confident in Philly. I really am.
I'm a little less confident than I was at the start.
Yeah, a little bit less. Just Trae Young is scaring me.
I mean, they kicked their ass for 3 quarters. Mm-hmm. And then that fourth quarter, I ain't seen nothing like that in a while.
They were Danny Green.
They were ripping Kevin Huerter, and it was
getting another Laker flashback. I know Danny Green fucking sold game 5 or game 4, whatever the fuck it was for the Lakers. But
in the finals,
yeah. But him on defense, he was a big part of that run that they had.
I know he shot 0 for 4 from 3 tonight, but he shot 40% this year. We could have used that.
And he was guarding Trae Young for the majority of the time.
He's just a good, solid veteran, man. Yeah. We kind of ran him out of town for some bullshit.
Any other thoughts on this game before we move on to another game 1?
I'm just curious to see how Philly responds to losing game 1 because they've been the biggest, baddest team all year, and they've kind of just got punched in the mouth. Yeah. So let's see how you respond.
Exactly. I'm still rolling with the Sixers, though. I'm not changing my pick. Well, let's move on. Let's go to the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets wound up coming up on top, winning game 1, but that's not the storyline from this game. James Harden wound up getting hurt. What about a minute into the game, Max?
52 big seconds. No shout out to Khalil Mack, 52, but 52 seconds. He came a blimp. He did a floater or a lob, and he was just grabbed his right hamstring. Probably was sore from the night in the club he spent before the game. That's not right of me to say. I'm just being a dick because I don't like James Harden. That's a huge blow to the Bucks. To the Nets.
You would think it was a huge blow, but KD.
They won. They're supposed to win. But let's go over it, right? Blake Griffin, you're not going to get this game from him every game. You're not going to get 18 and 14 from Blake Griffin.
He played great.
He really did
great. I love the way he played. If he can play like that throughout the playoffs.
But you got to go into it the Bucks went into it okay, we have this plan with Harden, and it kind of goes out the window, and it's okay, how do we adjust on the fly? And we know the Bucks aren't the strongest at adjusting on the fly.
No.
So if I'm the Bucks now, I'm like, oh, this just freed up one of our defensive superstars we have to just roam and guard. Hey, Mike James, like we're not going to get another Mike James game where he gets 12.
Yeah, I'm
guessing.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say this. I posted it on Instagram and Twitter. Don't overreact. I think this game, a lot of people are going to overreact, and people were saying, oh my God, the Nets, they're just so unbeatable, bro. Even without James Harden, they're so amazing. Max, what did the Bucks shoot from 3-point? They made like what, 4 threes?
Bad. Five
threes out of what,
I don't know
30?
the number. I really don't know the number, but they shot a grip.
They went 5 for like 30. Okay, from the 3-point line.
What is that, like 20%, 15%?
It was terrible. Not to mention Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. They had bad games shooting wise. Let's just say it.
So did Kyrie. I don't think he shot that great. He played good, Kyrie, but they held him in check.
Not to the point where Drew Holiday and Middleton, though. And I disagree with that. The numbers may show different. Kyrie was getting what he needed.
No, I agree, but I'm saying they made him work for it. I think he played like 40 plus minutes.
They played a grip of minutes.
I'm going to pull up the box score.
KD had 5 fouls at one point, and Steve Nash was telling him to come out of the game. He was like, no, I got this. And KD got so lucky, bro. There were so many
almost calls. Yeah, but the refs were protecting him.
It was crazy.
All right, Kyrie shot 11 for 26, 25 points in 45 minutes. That's a lot of minutes, dude.
Yeah.
This is what I'm worried about, though. So now that Harden's out, a lot more workload comes to Kyrie and KD. KD's health is not the cleanest this year.
That's just what it comes down to. But KD looks so fucking good, though.
Dude, I'm not worried. I mean, look, Brooklyn shot 38% from 3. That's really good. They shot like 20%, 6 for 30, 6 for 30. That's not okay. You're not going to shoot 20% the whole freaking series.
They're one of the best 3-point shooting.
Chris
teams.
Middleton isn't going to miss 5. Chris Middleton was bad, 6 for 23, 13 points. He's not going to be that bad again.
Yeah.
Giannis is probably going to be better than 16 for 24.
Yeah, and even though Giannis had a quote unquote good game stat wise,
he left a lot of meat on the bone.
Yeah, a lot. He could have played a lot better.
And James Harden is out for game 2. I'm going to let you know right now.
Oh, so he's
out. I
read
it about an hour ago. He's out for the game.
So yeah, that's big. All they need is one game. Milwaukee just needs to steal one game. That's the goal. They just need a split in Brooklyn. The only guy that scares me is the same thing with the Sixers series. Kevin Durant. Sometimes you can just do what you need to do and you dominate, but this guy he's so great and he's a problem. He just can pull up in Giannis's mouth and Chris Middleton, and it doesn't matter how great of the defense is, he's gonna make it.
Now that you have Harden out, you can kind of divert your defensive matchups, right? Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do now?
It's Drew.
So you're going to put Drew on?
And they put Middleton on KD.
I would put Middleton on KD, and I would let Giannis just fucking roam and destroy stuff. Granted, I'm sure they're going to add another shooter, which could be bad, because Blake Griffin can shoot.
Yeah. Is he going to shoot that good, though?
I don't think 4 for 9 is realistic for him every game.
Yeah.
But I would let Giannis start off as a roamer and just kind of, because Giannis might be the only guy who has the size and length to match up with KD.
Yeah. Another thing, Brook Lopez. You were right on that. They need to punish them inside. Brook Lopez had a lot of opportunities where he had a steal and they just did not give it to him.
Yeah, just punk the fucking guys. They just punk them.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to give him flack because he only had, I think, 8 rebounds or 5, whatever the fuck.
That's been him his whole fucking career. What do you want?
Yeah. They need to give him the ball. Him and Giannis need to. Giannis picked his spots, but that comes back to what we're saying. He left a lot of meat on the bone. Because I agree. There's a lot of times where Giannis could have easily slowed down the game when they go on that little, they're up by 5 or up by 3, whatever the case was. Slow down the game and fucking power to the rim, bro. They cannot stop you. No one's going to stop you. Claxton had a couple good plays, but especially when they have Blake Griffin out there, it's bro, go to the rim. KD impressed me. There was a couple times where KD was playing a little bit of rim protection. Like, he's kind of taking on the challenge and being a rim protector. I was surprised with that.
I don't care how good KD is a good rim protector, but he's not a good post defender.
Yeah.
Like, Brook Lopez should punk his ass. This is the number I'm looking at right now that it surprised me. Giannis had 0 offensive rebounds. I need to see more. Brook Lopez, he had 0 defensive rebounds. He had 5 offensive rebounds. I need that. Keep that the whole series. They got to beat these dudes up on the glass. You really have to beat them at that shit. This is a big thing.
Yes.
Oh, and shocking, DeAndre Jordan didn't play. Because I remember he's still good.
Oh, my God.
He's the Mark Ingram of the NBA.
Yeah. So you're agreeing with me. Don't overreact.
I'm more scared if I'm a 76ers fan than I am if I'm a Bucks fan.
Agree.
Your job is to win 1 out of 2. That's all you got to do.
And this, even though the score didn't say it was 115 to 107, but the game was close, all right? Plus James Harden's out. Let's see what happens. Mike James, you're probably not going to have that game again. Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, no, they got to come out. They got to play better. They know that. I think they'll be fine. I really like what the Bucks are. Like PJ Tucker was getting into KD's head a little bit.
Yeah, you got
I like
PJ
the way
Tucker too.
Yeah, PJ was doing good on KD also. Let's not forget that. So maybe PJ Tucker guards KD instead of Chris Middleton. Just FYI on that. I'm not mad at either. But let's take a quick break. We're going to play our first ad. So once you guys go ahead and enjoy that. So the Max and Juancast got its first sponsorship, Max. You want to know what it is?
Tell me, please.
It's Anchor. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about Anchor, Max?
Well, I know it's free, and I know they have a bunch of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast, whether it's from your phone, your computer, or whatever you're using. But I know one thing. You know a lot more about editing than I do.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. I'm the one that steers this ship as far as edit-wise. But what I like about it, I like that you can distribute your podcast automatically all in one place to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more, like Google Podcasts. You can also make money from making your own podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need in a podcast all in one place.
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Link in the description, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. Let's go ahead and talk about these losers as Derek Fisher is on the floor broken.
It says right over there. You see it? Look.
Let's talk about it, Max. Let's go Lakers first.
When was this game over for you?
About like 2 minutes in.
I was gonna say
when AD got hurt, it was over.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say about 5 minutes into the game. If you want to be nice, the first quarter when the Lakers were down by 22 points.
Yeah.
The Lakers went on a little run, but it was too little, too late. They played with no effort. Devin Booker kicked their ass. It was embarrassing. Yeah. I mean, LeBron, I thought, played good. He got 0 calls this whole fucking series, which I don't understand.
That wasn't the reason why they lost.
No, not at all.
There's something to point out.
A microcosm. Like, Drummond was benched. That brought a little joy to my heart. Alex Caruso only played 8 minutes, which makes no sense.
Well, he got hurt.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot he rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
And
2 guys that came out to play, KCP, Wes Matthews.
Yeah, Wes Matthews can't have 12 shots in a game like this.
Yeah, he took a couple of ill-advised threes. I was just like, geez.
Like, the Lakers did go on a little run. They showed a little heart, but it was just too little too late. And every time they wanted to run, Devin Booker just hit a shot. He shot 8 for 10 from 3. They were playing defense. He just didn't give a fuck. He's like, whatever.
Devin Booker's amazing. He's looking like he's taking that leap to superstar.
And the rest were just like, you know what? We're going to call a flagrant foul on everything the Lakers do. It was kind of ridiculous. Jay Crowder's a punk. Good for you, bro. Have fun.
I mean,
I know I sound like a salty Lakers fan, but like this is what annoys me about the Suns. Jay Crowder talks a lot of shit, which is all good. They're allowed to talk shit. You got punked by LeBron in Game 3, and you were fucking crying baby about it. Devin Booker, you shoved Dennis Schroeder and almost injured him when were getting blown out. That's a punk move. And then you show up the Lakers when you dunk. I mean, I get it. I understand, but
I think they have reason to.
You're a whiny little girl you're a whiny little fucking punk the whole time. And then you finally get up. It's like, those guys when you beat them at Madden and they're like, you didn't even beat me, bro. You got lucky.
Yeah.
That's what they get the vibe of.
I agree with you, Max, but I'm going to agree with you in a different way. I think 99% of the league is fucking pussies. I think that's just the mentality.
Wow, you're going to go with that?
I am, because at the same time, you can say that the Lakers are punks, bro. Like they were fucking dancing, they were taunting,
they were punks.
Drummond was on the bench, fucking.
Drummond's a punk. I don't like Drummond at all.
Yeah,
dog.
Drummond was on the bench, fucking doing the little fucking
lean back.
Yeah, the lean back, mocking LeBron, and Crowder didn't like it.
There's a lot of front running ass teams in this league.
LeBron was doing the same thing. Like LeBron was laughing, AD was laughing. The whole Lakers, everyone thought game 3, it was a wrap. Like they were already saying like, okay, this is a wrap. Like AD's dominating and all this and that. And Lakers were talking shit. So I see it. It goes both ways. I'm just gonna say that because I
have a problem with him trying to injure Dennis Schroeder. Like that was a dangerous play. That was a punk bullshit ass play by Devin Booker. No one on the Lakers did anything similar to that. That's what I take a big exception with. And he's done that shit in the past where he gets like they're losing and he like has a little tantrum. That's what I take an issue with.
Speaking of tantrums, what do you think about LeBron like walking? You text me during the game saying that was a low key punk move. That
yeah, you got to just run back, bro. You can't like just jog
like he was
back.
Still arguing with the refs.
It wasn't they think they took a shot, got the rebound, and he still wasn't back. It was like, are you serious, bro? Like, he had every right to be fed up, but it's like, come on, dude. You did your teammates a disservice. I mean, the shit was over. It wasn't like it impacted it. It's just about look. Yeah. But he's been a really bad body language guy his whole like career. You could make the argument for.
Yeah, and you took the words out of my mouth. I see LeBron as that all the time, so I'm not surprised. I don't get surprised when it happens. He's always been that kind of player where he'll do shit like that. Like that's a LeBron thing to do. Kyle Kuzma. That's the one fucking guy I want to call out.
No show.
Fuck you, Kyle Kuzma. I don't care.
Can we just preference this all?
Terrible.
We're mad Laker fans. We really love the Lakers. I love everyone on this team. I'm just mad at them. Disappointed. We're saying mean things. We don't mean them. We don't want nothing bad to happen to any of these guys, right? As much as I hate Devin Booker.
I'm being critical. I'm being a passionate Laker fan.
As much as I hate Devin Booker and I want someone to push him, I don't want him to get injured. I don't want anything bad to happen. But just fuck those guys. Like I
it's
feel
the
like
Laker passion.
I feel like there's like this like thing in society now, right? Where like if you say something negative, you're a hater. No. I don't like the Suns. I'm not gonna lie about it. I don't want nothing bad to happen. I just don't want them to win. Is there something wrong with that?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with being a fan?
Exactly.
It's like, hey, I fucking hate the Celtics. I don't want their team playing to crash. I just want them to like lose every freaking game.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I like a couple of the players on the Celtics. Still want them to lose.
Yeah.
I think Devin Booker's amazing. But I want his punk ass to get what he deserves. Someone to elbow him in the head.
Well, Kyle Kuzma is not looking like he's deserving that contract because he was
so
terrible.
Bad.
There's just so many plays.
That play where he like did a floater off the backboard and LeBron like quit. He's like, all right.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, throw the fucking lob. Throw the lob to the king. But
Taylor Horton-Tucker balled.
He balled, yeah. He did what he could.
It was like no one.
Schroeder fucking played towards the end.
It was like the Lakers turned it on. It's like, where was that from the start? There's like no sense of urgency with this team, and they think they're the biggest. It seems like today in the NBA, there's a lot of teams that just think they're the biggest and baddest, but when they get punched in the mouth, they don't really respond.
Yeah, and notice how AD was probably one of the last things that we're going to mention, and it does come back to
I don't think it mattered.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered either because
he was hurt. I want to say you're soft for not playing, but like I think he was in so much pain. The thing that only makes me question it is they said he didn't re-injure it. He didn't make it worse. It was just so painful he couldn't take it. I just have a hard time accepting that. I don't really want to say much about it because even if AD played, I think we would have lost.
No.
I think we're just that fucking trash this year. And they're not trash. They just played like crap. You know? Like
they need more shooting.
I think people are just going to say, take everything we say literal. No. We're not. We're just really frustrated with this team, and we pour our time to support this team. We spend money on shit to like support this team. And I mean, they tried their. I want to say they tried their best, but I don't think I can say that. Am I wrong? Do you think they tried their best?
I'm not gonna argue it. I don't know that, but
obviously I know they work really hard, but there was like a lot. They could have had a little more fight. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, they could have had a lot more fight.
Like, I know they lost by 13. It was like 30 points the whole freaking game.
No. It was a wrap.
I'll say I respect a little bit that little run they had, but I still felt like it wasn't going to work. It was too little, too late.
Yeah, and one last thing before we move on. And I'm going to acknowledge it one time. This fucking GOAT talk needs to fucking stop. Let's fucking wait until LeBron's career's over, guys. Because the narrative fucking changes every day, it seems like, with this freaking stupid conversation. And I blame FS1 and ESPN and all these stupid ass shows that talk about it all the time, because they're constantly putting it in people's head. Who's better? Michael Jordan, LeBron. Who's better?
Kobe.
GOAT talk. GOAT talk. Oh, GOAT talk, bro. That's why he's not the GOAT. Fucking chill out, bro. All right? The fucking man hasn't even finished his fucking career yet.
He could honestly win 2 more championships.
Yeah, he can lose.
Is it likely? No.
He can freaking miss the playoffs. For the people who say he's already the GOAT, he can miss the playoffs every fucking year from when he's playing right now. And for the people who say that he's not the GOAT, like Max said, he can win 2 championships. Let's fucking wait.
He could get hurt. He could wake up tomorrow and say, I'm done playing basketball.
Yeah, let's wait. Okay.
Hey, I've already played 20. I've played longer than Michael. I've played just as long as, I've played longer than 90% of players.
And everyone wants to compare, and everyone LeBron.
I don't think we've
help.
ever compared him or said he's the GOAT.
I
right?
refuse to. It's a fucking stupid subject. It's fucking lazy. Whoever talks about that, to be honest, you can mention it, but as far as having it as a topic, it's lazy. You're being lazy. Like, it's just, I don't know. Let's wait. Okay. It's so.
I agree with that.
It's
bro.
so overblown. All right. I agree. Like, the LeBron haters are going to come out. Let them come out to play. It's fine. It's sports. I love it. It's like you with the Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, it's just guys that you hate. Some people have that LeBron hate passion, but they acknowledge, just as long as you acknowledge that he's good.
I've always said Tom Brady's good.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I draw the line. When people, oh, he sucks. He's not even that good. He's this. He's that. LeBron's great. You can be a hater. You can have your fun. You can. Be
just think there's such a negative thing in today's society and just sports talk, where like if you talk bad about a guy, you just get like crucified when he does something good, and it's like, oh, you were wrong. It's like, no, I was right. He just changed. He was good in that game.
Yeah.
It's like if I said Devin Booker is an amazing player, and the next game he shoots 0 for 15, and they're like, oh, you said you sucked. It's like, well, he was amazing this game. He had 47 points. Yeah. But I part of it is like I'm 25, 26 almost. I came from a time in basketball where it was really rough. Like I grew playing basketball in 2000s. It wasn't this shit where like you got hand checked, you got elbowed, you got hard fouled. There wasn't no flagrant foul. Like I can honestly say I've seen a lot of fouls in like when I played basketball, like travel ball, AAU, or high school. I very rarely saw a flagrant foul. And I've seen some tough hits. I don't even remember. I got a tech one time because I threw a ball at someone's face. I deserved it, but I was like, it was a response for a teammate. It was like, I got to defend my teammate, you know? That's what kind of pisses me off about these guys. Like, they call flagrant foul for everything. Yeah. Like, honestly, Devin Booker did that shit 20 years ago. He's getting hit, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same thing with Jay Crowder.
Clocked.
Yeah. And that's what just pisses me off about today's NBA. It's like you try to take the physicality out of a physical sport. And it's like, yeah, everyone loves scoring, right? I love defense. I can't get defense. I can't get a shoving match. I can't get passion. There's nothing wrong with that. Is there a problem if guys just like fight every night? Yeah, there's a problem. But every once in a while, it's not a big deal. Yeah. So it's like they're grown-ass men. Men fight. Yeah. You have been on a pickup court and seen a fight? Have you seen that?
Plenty.
And then and after like a few minutes, it was fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then what's the big deal?
Exactly.
Suns, you know what? You kicked our ass. You kicked our ass after AD went down, no doubt.
Yeah. We'll talk about you guys a little bit more after we talk about our next team, the next loser, the Portland Trailblazers. They wound up losing the series. They lost in Game 6 on their home court to the Denver Nuggets.
MVP Jokic.
We'll get into that a little bit later, too. You're jumping a little bit ahead like you always do, Max.
I didn't. I just said he's MVP. What did I say?
I know. I
don't even know the topics this week.
Let's go Blazers. What do you think?
They fired Terry Stotts. Or they mutually parted ways, which is basically like, get your ass out of here, rat. He's not a rat. It's just this expression. It's a good thing they got to do something fresh. Whether that's making a trade, CJ McCollum, you're up. Or Dame. I wouldn't trade Dame, but if you want to give him the Lakers, we'll take him. You want Andre Drummond? He's great. Something needs to change, right? Like, yeah. Look at this roster, right? Like, this is the problem. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Norman Powell, Carmelo Anthony, Anthony Simons.
No defense.
It's just too much overlap of skills. I've been saying that from day one. I'll go to my grave saying that. Like, you can't win a championship when there's no like Like, what did Danny Green not good at? He's not good at shot creating. Okay, we bring in LeBron. What's LeBron not good at? Spot up shooting. What's Danny Green great at? Spot up shooting. Hey, Steph Curry's an amazing offensive player, but what can't he do, Juan? Play defense. So we'll just give one of the best defensive players in basketball, two of the best defensive players in basketball to cover his ass.
Yeah.
Where's that with this team? Robert Covington's not that guy.
And that's why I was going to say they kind of tried to do that because they spent so many
first
round picks
Norman
on him.
Powell. It's like, why? What's he going to do? He's just going to score. Like
Melo.
They had a chance to trade for Aaron Gordon a bunch. I feel like they should have done it. I feel like he's a good defender. He took 8 shots. Like, you 8 shots, play good defense. That's what this team needs.
Yeah,
and CJ and Dame don't work. They don't work. They're not good enough.
And the one thing
collectively, they're both great. They're not good enough to win a championship.
That's facts. That's facts.
Did I say they suck? No. I just said they're not good enough to win a championship. Just so everyone out there says, you said they suck. So they suck.
It's hard for CJ, though. It's hard.
He's a point guard. He's a point guard's body playing shooting guard. What do you expect?
Yeah.
They're just going to hunt your ass every play.
But it's hard to find a trade for him.
Nah, trade him to a bad team. They'll take him.
But you're not going to
Would you rather have CJ McCollum or Hayward? Jason Hayward. Gordon Hayward, yeah.
I'm taking CJ.
You're tripping. For this team.
Yeah. Well, it depends with the value though. Like they gotta get a wing. They gotta get
That's
a wing.
What I'm saying. They haven't had a wing
that can score though. Gordon Hayward's kind of
but he's a scorer and he can pass the ball to Dame and he can like play some decent
maybe
defense.
in Utah days, but not anymore. I know he had a solid season.
Did you trade Norman Powell, CJ for Jeremy Grant and like another guy?
If Jeremy Grant plays like he did in Detroit and he's not a fluke, then hell yeah.
Okay.
But it's tough. That's a tough one.
Would you trade CJ McCollum off the top of my head for Lou Dort, Darius Baisley, and 2 first round picks?
No.
I'll do that shit so fast.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, dude, you don't need more scoring. You don't need it. And it's not like CJ McCollum's this amazing scorer that can just
but when you get rid of CJ, you need that scoring. You're going to need to
let Dame get more shots. Let Norman Powell get more shots. Get Nurkic a bigger role in it. Get Cantor, he can score a little bit. Like,
and yeah, this is tough because they have to blow it up because it's four out of the 5 out of the 4 out of the last 5 years. Besides that Western Conference Finals run where they got swept. When they got swept by the Golden State Warriors.
Without KD.
It's been a first-round exit 4 out of the last 5. Okay? Something
and they got their ass whooped in some of those series by the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pulling up their roster. I'm pulling up their basketball reference. 42 wins, 35 wins, 53, 49, 41, 44, 51, 54. It's really good. You've been really good for a long time.
They're just stuck. They're like, they can't.
Stop going. Just stop treading fucking water.
Yeah.
You're going to just sink. Sink so you can swim at some point.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say, man. Like, just blow this shit up. If that means trading Dame, do it. I know Dame's an icon. I don't think Dame's can be the best player on a championship team.
Hot take.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
I know, but that's hot though. Like that's a hot take.
Would you rather have Dame be the man, or would you rather have Dame playing second fiddle to KD?
I want to see. I want him to be the man. I think they need a.
How many years was Stephen Curry the man of a championship team? 1 year.
Steph?
Yeah,
1.
Okay, but we kind of agree that championship was kind of fluky in some aspects.
Yeah.
When you play like an injured, like every series you play an injury.
Okay, but like. I would love to see, who will fit perfectly with Damian Lillard? Paul George.
No.
Get a guy like Paul George.
No. You got to have someone reliable. No, I'm saying Kawhi and Dame would be great, right?
But, yeah.
Okay, how about this? Clippers get bounced next round. You swap Dame for Paul George, and you can throw in, like, Patrick Beverly. And Terrence Mann. How about that? Would you do that trade if you were the Clippers?
You got to throw in some picks. And
they don't got
Clippers
no more picks.
Don't have picks.
Okay, though, I'm saying, how about this? Luke Kennard, Paul George, Terrence Mann for Dame. You got Paul George. It's a star.
Yeah.
I feel like that would help both teams. Because then you can play CJ at the 1. You got Norman Powell, Paul George, Robert Covington. That ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, you're going to get bounced in the first round because Paul George won't show up, but like that's bad about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a real interesting summer for the Portland Trailblazers. I tell you that.
Jason Kidd will not be taking the job, he said. That's who Dame wanted. Maybe Jason Kidd's like from the Lakers, buddy.
I heard a little bit of Chauncey Billups though too. So let's see.
That'd be good.
Yeah, let's see what happens. So now let's get into the winners. Okay, so now we know who's gonna play who. Now that the Clippers and Mavs series ended, so you want to get into the Jazz and Clippers first, or do you want to get into the Nuggets and Suns?
The Clippers won. We will give them the honor of being the first team talked about.
All right, fuck the Clippers. Let's get it. Clippers versus Jazz. Jazz are the number 1 seed.
Clippers are the 4 seed.
Yep. Jazz have home court, of course. And
have fun in Utah with those terrible fans. Not terrible, just there's a few rough fans out there, bro.
Yeah. Off the top of your head, do you remember any of these games that these teams played?
They played. I remember they played one in the beginning and they got their ass kicked. The Jazz, I believe. I'll double check though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just talk.
Yeah, I got you. A couple of storylines for this series. How will Gobert play?
It's more like, what's the effect of Gobert?
Are they going to put him on an island? Are they going to play Zubac? Are they going to go small?
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if the Jazz were like, we just have Boban play zone? You can play some zone. Gobert moves better than Boban.
Yeah.
The Jazz kicked their ass 2 straight times, and then the Clippers kicked their ass.
So 2-2. They split.
No. They played 3 times.
Oh, they played 3 times.
I'm sorry. The Jazz beat them 1 time by 6. The Clippers beat them by 4, and then the Jazz kicked their ass by 20.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
Not much.
But it doesn't matter because
I
don't think Paul George played in one of those games.
Yeah. And that brings up the second storyline. Will Paul George show up? And
is that going to just be a question like every series?
Is Pandemic P going to show up? Or
he showed up tonight? I feel like
he did.
I wasn't like full on. It was like 50% of Pandemic P.
Yeah. And how do they slow down Kawhi? Because Kawhi's on a tear.
Royce O'Neal's got to guard him, right?
Yeah.
I would put Joe Ingles on Paul George. That's like Joe Ingles owns about a small little house in his head. And Paul George has not had the best time in Utah. And it's going to be a lot different from playing in Dallas. And they have good fans in Dallas, but Utah is like it's like Madison Square Garden sometimes. Those fans get so into it. It's not as good as Madison Square Garden, Knicks fans. Relax.
So what's a matchup that you're looking forward to?
Donovan Mitchell versus Paul George and Kawhi. Is he ready? Is this the time Donovan Mitchell steps up? Delivers?
You think he's hurt?
I think he's okay.
You think he's okay?
A little banged up, but you're allowed to be banged up and play, right? Everyone's banged up, but they're playing, right?
Difference between hurt and injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, you said the Gobert one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which bench is going to perform better? I don't think Clarkson had an amazing series.
He had a couple of good games though.
Yeah, but like, okay, this bench better be better than Dallas's bench. And the Jazz don't play a lot of guys. They play like 8 guys. They play Ingles, Clarkson, and Niang. Mm-hmm. And some favors. So let's say 9 guys. They sprinkle in 9 guys. Favors probably won't play a big role if they're going small.
Yeah.
Like, what about Serge Ibaka? What's his health status? He could be big for them if they can pull Rudy Gobert away from the basket. Mm. Patrick Beverley is going to be at DMP when they excited to see that guy not play. What do you think?
It's going to be tough, bro. It's going to be really tough.
How good is Reggie Jackson going to play? Because he won them the last 2 games of the series almost.
Yeah.
Other than Kawhi, he was the second best player.
The Clippers are so 3 heavy. Like, they literally live and die by the 3.
Utah has been known to Utah's not going to give them that many threes because they're just going to funnel shit to Gobert.
Yeah.
But if Gobert is being pulled away from the basket, this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah. No, that's going to be really interesting if they go small or big. I think they should stick with their guns and go small. I think that's their best. Yeah,
the Clippers.
Yes, the Clippers. The Clippers' best lineup to me is Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Nicholas Batum, and Morris. That's their best 5 on the floor. That's what they should close out.
Do you think Gobert can take advantage of that?
No.
I think he only can in the aspect of maybe they'll just switch some guys on. Like, he sets really good screens. Like, he's better screen setter than Boban. Like, Boban took advantage of it. Yeah, but I don't think Gobert has his scoring touch. As crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, Gobert's just not.
He's a lob threat, though.
Yeah.
And Gobert moves a lot better than Boban. So maybe you can do the zone a little bit better with him.
Yeah. No, they will go small, and Gobert, I feel like he will struggle over time. He's going to get a little bit of, some baskets here and there, but it'll be all right. And who's your X factor for the Jazz?
Bojan Bogdanovic.
It's a good one.
Potentially the health of Mike Conley because he's been a little bit banged up, but they got a nice long rest, so hopefully he'll be ready to go.
What excuse are they going to use? Are they going to which one for the Clippers? If they lose, they're going to say, game 7, tired.
Oh, for game 1?
Yeah, for game 1.
Oh yeah,
and then if the Jazz lose, long rest.
Yeah.
The Clippers are coming off of an adrenaline rush. That shit's going to come up. My X factor, you kind of stole it. You mentioned him, Mike Conley. He's the X factor.
What about for the Clippers then?
For the Clippers, I'm going to go with Reggie Jackson. Bro, if Reggie Jackson...
Who would have thought, bro?
Like, Reggie Jackson
Bobby
is huge.
Schmurder. Do you think the glasses help?
Yeah.
Glasses Jackson?
Yeah, Glasses Jackson.
Glasses Jackson.
He's the X factor, bro. If he winds up playing big, you seen today, they can win big games like Game 7.
I'm going to cop out. I'm going to say Tyrone Lue's lineups are going to be the X factor. If he goes big or goes small, it's going to swing the whole series.
Yeah. I get you. Now let's pick it. Who you got?
Jazz and 6.
Jazz and 6. Man.
No, Jazz and 5.
Really?
I think so, man. I hope so.
Wow. Okay. I'll go Clippers in 7. I'm going to go Clippers in 7.
That'd be some revenge for Pat, though, when the Jazz got them, and I think in what? 7, right?
Yeah.
Joe Johnson?
Yeah.
Final touches?
Yeah, I'm going to go Clippers in 7. I hate picking the Clippers, but I think the Clippers are going to pull this out. I really do think for their morale of this Game 7 win and this series win in general, it really gave them confidence. Like, their backs were against the wall, and they're going to play a little bit different. The Lakers are out, too. That's going to help. So they know that they can possibly
maybe it just makes them a little bit more urgent. Say, okay, we got a chance. Like
LeBron's not here, and that gets into our next series preview. Let's go Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. All right, the Suns 2nd seed. Nuggets are the what?
3rd
seed.
3rd seed, yeah.
1 against the 3. All right, so Game 1 is in Phoenix. First storyline: Chris Paul, his health, shoulder. Had a couple of days off. Last time they played was what, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow they play. So when this comes out, they'll be playing at nighttime.
They had about 3 days to rest and recover, and it's looking better. He still can't really shoot threes, but they need him healthy. Like, him being out there in late game situations is good for them. And, I mean, for the Nuggets, how the F do you slow down Devin Booker?
Man,
I think they got a better shot than the Lakers just because of the health.
No.
I mean, the Nuggets aren't the best team. They don't have an AD, but they got Aaron Gordon they can throw at him. Maybe they get Will Parton back. He's supposed to be close.
Yeah.
They can stick Michael Porter, he's got talent as a defender. He's not there yet, but maybe the size can bother him. Other than that, maybe Campazzo, get under his skin, be a little Alex Caruso, your boy Campazzo.
It's going to be tough, bro.
And
because
then, go ahead, sorry.
It's going to be tough because Devin Booker's on a tear, bro, and kind of doesn't matter who the fuck's guarding him. It's going to be a really tough series.
And then Ayton versus the Jokic.
Yeah, that's
the
my
Jokic,
key matchup.
The Joker, excuse me.
Yeah, my key matchup for this game,
Ayton
you said it.
has been freaking good. It's almost like someone we know was really high on him coming out of the draft.
Yeah, but
wrong.
You're still wrong on the dunkage, but you're wrong on the way he was going to impact.
I said he'd be good, bro. That's all I remember saying.
Yeah, shut up.
Just dump the ball down to the big man, let him dominate.
The way
they should do it more. He's good.
No. He's decent.
He's good.
He's decent.
Good.
I'm just going to say this.
Good.
If you want to be a big man in today's NBA,
watch how he played in that series, shooting 90%
Go ahead and watch DeAndre Ayton, kids.
What do you think he shot from the series against the Lakers?
At least 80%.
I'm gonna look it up right.
80% or more. DeAndre Ayton, man, he's really improved, man. Even though AD was out, those AD games like Game 1 are gonna be huge for him because he knows he can stay with the big dogs.
79.6%.
Jeez. Yeah, he was phenomenal, bro. He was
15
fantastic.
and 10, and he played good defense. Like, fucking good job.
He does his job, bro. He sets solid screens. He plays defense. He gets rebounds, and he rolls to the basket, and he gets the dump offs from Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
What sounds worse? He shot 79.6%, or he shot 43 for 54. He only missed 9 shots the whole series.
That's insane. That's great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good either way you put it. And look, he's not going to shut down Jokic, right? Like there's no one in the league who can
slow
do
him
that.
down, maybe.
He's got the size, he's got the strength.
I don't think he has the athleticism to keep up with Jokic.
No, I definitely. I think you're 100% wrong. I think he definitely has the athleticism. Here's the key: can he not foul Jokic?
That's a tough one.
Because if he gets into foul trouble, it's going to be huge. I think there's going to be at least one game, maybe game one, where Jokic is going to torture him.
Yeah, because FYI, guys, the Suns don't have a backup center. They only have one center on the roster.
Well, no, they got a backup center. He's just a bum. Frank Kaminsky.
Yeah, but he's not really a big.
He's a bum.
Yeah, he's a bum. But, yeah, they got Frank Kaminsky and Saric. That's who they play at center.
Yeah. Yeah, I think here's the thing: you can't double Jokic. I think you just gotta let him kill you. Like I think the recipe is to hold his assist under. Don't let him generate shots for his teammates. And obviously, Michael Porter's got to be
double.
Huge. No, don't double at all. Leave him on an island.
Kind of like what the Trailblazers did game one.
Double at key times, like very specific times. Mix up the coverage. It's like like if you're guarding James Harden, don't switch every screen. Maybe you just hedge, go under, something like that. You got to mix it up. Throw different coverages at him so he gets like kind of confused. That's the only thing you really can do to slow this guy down.
Yeah. And it's gonna come down to, like I said, the others for the Denver Nuggets. Since Jamal Murray's out, the points are kind of sporadic on who they go to. One night it's Austin Rivers. The other night's Michael Porter. Some nights it's Aaron Gordon. Who's going to be the guy to show up? Or is it just like one of those guys have to show up out of those three?
I think just maybe 2 out of the 3 have to show up. What do you think?
I think
Michael Porter has to show up. He's it for sure. And Aaron Gordon, I don't think Aaron Gordon has. I think he just always has to bring it on the
defensive end. I think Austin Rivers has to bring it because every time he does good, like they do good.
I mean, I feel like it's just a bonus if he can do good. It's not like the end all be all. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I get you. Okay, let's get into the X factors. Who's your X factor for the Nuggets and who's your X factor for the Suns?
Suns is Ayton, 100%, all the way Ayton. I'm not gonna pick the rat, Cameron Payne. Who's as much as I hate him and I call him a rat, he's been phenomenal. Am I wrong?
No, he's been great.
And for the Nuggets, I think it's just got to be Michael Porter, right?
Really?
Michael Porter or Austin Rivers? Who do you think? Or maybe
I'm gonna
Monty
go,
Morris.
Monty Morris is a good one. I'm gonna go Aaron Gordon.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Aaron Gordon.
What about him is like
on the defensive end? Like if he can keep up and kind of be like a semi rim protector that they've been using him. I don't think he needs
to be a rim. I think he needs to find. I think they're gonna put him on Booker. Don't you?
I don't think so.
Who are they gonna put on Booker then?
Probably either Michael Porter or Austin Rivers. Like as crazy as that sounds. Like Austin Rivers was guarding Dame for most of the time.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust. I don't want Austin.
I don't think Devin Booker can keep. Aaron Gordon can keep up with D Book. There's no fucking way.
I don't know, man. I don't want anyone on D Book like that. I don't want Austin Rivers guarding him.
To me, when Jokic is out of the game and Aaron Gordon is kind of playing that semi-center role, and they put him in that pick and roll action, he needs to be able to guard it and be a rim protector at times.
I like what you're saying, but I don't think, man, it's tough. Booker's like a problem for that. It's a
problem for the league.
Yeah, at this
it's
point.
Tough. For me, like I said, Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets. And then for the Suns, oh, man, this is a tough one. I'm going to probably go with Chris Paul on his health. Like, if he's good to go and he's just getting healthier, they're going to win this series. And it's not going to be close.
If they had Jamal Murray, I think the Nuggets have the advantage. But if they have a healthy Chris Paul, I'll go with the Suns because of no Murray.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, that's the key thing in this series is obviously Chris Paul's health. Now, with all that said, Max, who do you picking?
Nuggets and no, you know what? I'm gonna go the Suns in 6.
Wow.
I don't want that. Maybe I'm going to root against them, and I can be happy if I'm wrong.
I really like the Phoenix Suns as much as I dislike them for knocking out the Lakers. I think they're really good, bro. They're really, really good. And besides the Clippers, I see them going to the NBA Finals. I like the way their team is constructed. I love Chris Paul and how Devin Booker is playing, how great Ayton is playing and figuring it out at a rapid pace. I'm going to go Phoenix in 5. I don't think Denver has the firepower to beat them. Are the Suns streaky at the 3-point line? Yes, but I think almost every fucking team is.
Maybe should have said Jay Crowder shooting.
Yeah, Jay Crowder's shooting, but I really like the Suns, man. They're really good. Barring any injuries, I see them coming out of the West in general. So I'm going to go with Phoenix in the series, obviously. And 5.
Ah, man. Phoenix has a path, bro. I think Phoenix really does have a path.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 teams I'm rooting against. I'm rooting against the Suns. I'm rooting against the Clippers. I can give 2 shits if the Jazz win. I can give 2 shits if the Nuggets win. I don't want Clipper fans to have this one. I want them to remain a joke. So
yeah, they'll still be a joke with their 1 championship if they do. But that's going to do it, guys.
I have one more. You got Floyd Mayweather or Logan Paul.
Oh my! This is gonna come out Monday, so they're gonna know.
Did you know there will not be a winner picked or announced?
Yeah, if there's
so
if it's a decision, it's not gonna be picked.
You know that
it has to be a KO.
You know it was Floyd Mayweather, right? Who was like, yeah, we're not even gonna give you the chance to like have a win.
I don't know, man. It's tough. They've been talking shit. His brother Jake Paul taking Mayweather's hat. To me, it's a fucking joke, man. I'm gonna still watch it. I'll never pay for this fight. I'm going to get it illegally. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go on the stream and I'm going to still watch it, even though I'm talking all this shit. But 90% it's fake. I feel like it's fake. It's for money. Like it's a bunch of bullshit. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I will not be buying this fight. I will not be watching illegally like Juan. I don't even care enough.
Oh, man. Well, that's going to do it, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed this. I look forward to the NBA playoffs, man. I'm having so much fun watching them, covering it, and talking about it. I love it so much. I know Max does too. He's a little bit bigger of a basketball fan than me. But how do you feel about the playoffs so far? Like, is it living up to his expectations?
It has 100% been living up to expectations.
Yeah. It's been a great playoff so far.
Sucks with some of the injuries, like AD and Chris Paul.
Embiid. Like just injuries in general.
I forgot. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Bean's injury. Harden now.
Harden. Yeah.
I feel like that kind of takes away from that series, but we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
We'll see. We'll see what they're made of. Injuries happen. You're allowed to keep playing through them. It's not a death sentence, is it?
Shots fired at AD.
Oh no! I just meant like as a whole team.
I get you. But what you guys should get is Instagram. Download it. Download Twitter.
If you don't have
Instagram,
you guys have
like, hey, there's some people out there that don't have Instagram.
GTFO, as the kids would say.
Look, for you, we got some adults in here, bro. We got some old timers. All right, we got some old schools. If you guys haven't, download the app on Instagram. Make a profile. It's harmless. Go ahead and follow us. We're always dropping daily content. We're always dropping when we're dropping a live or a video, whatever the case is. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. That is at @Max_JuanCast. And for you audio listeners that are listening to this right now, I'm just going to get closer in your guys' ear.
Jesus
all right?
Christ.
Go ahead and subscribe. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And smash that like button on YouTube, everybody. And our YouTube is Max and JuanCast. No underscore, right?
No underscore. You can search it up.
Just type Max and Juan.
Max and JuanCast.
Just type Max and Juan.
Yeah.
That come up?
I think so.
I'll check right now. But seriously, we appreciate all the love, all the support. We've grown a lot, man, in a year.
Yeah. Less than a year. It hasn't even been a year yet.
When's our
November?
When's our 1 year?
November. That's a long way from now.
Don't type in Max and Juan. Do not type in Max and Juan.
Type in Max and JuanCast, all right? And go ahead and subscribe.
What comes up when you type in Max and Juan is Max and Juan Sleepover Part 1, not us.
Not us.
3 weeks ago, someone made this fucking video. All right.
All right. But Go ahead and subscribe, follow us, do all that good stuff. Make sure to 5-star rate us on Apple Podcasts. We always have these long outros, but I don't care. I love it. I love it. All right. We love you guys. We're super grateful. And keep on watching our content, bro. We're going to be coming with some more NBA talk videos pretty soon. So stay tuned to that. And any last words, Max?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Appreciate you guys listening. That's it.
Appreciate you guys too. Go ahead and watch this video right here, this playlist right here. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.